we look wetin we don't do so far. So um from line 1 to line 4, we don't know wetin we do for there before for our former class. So we'll just start from line 5. Line 5 means say, of course, we don't talk say you give the person they start with some point, and now that one we just quickly print out with for this line 12. Say okay, print you they start with so number of crown, you know. And we put crown for here so that in case we want change, the number of crown for line 5, we will easily fit change them for every other part of the code. So we put 4 inside the container. We will name crown. So another thing now, okay, we add dot lower to every other part because this dot lower they important if we want to put input in case the person puts for capital letter and the rest. We don't talk that one before. The new things we do here now, one of them are this elif we will put for here. And we don't talk say okay elif now say okay, for example, for line 17, if now greet, make you print correct, you fit continue. But if now pass, now stand. Also now another good choice where you make because end for there. So we be like saying you put two if, say if this one happen, do this. If this one happen again, do this. Then you can't put else for the end. So this elif means say I know where you go for the two, now waiting go happen for there be that. So for under this elif we for line 21 we say okay the crown we did there, so maybe -2 if it be say the person type in pass, you understand. Then of course you go come continue, you go continue for yes or no. It means say wetin happen for if this if go do your own, go print your own. This other if, sorry, this elif we did line 19, two things go happen. Number one, you go -2, then you go also print you go also do this input, you will continue with this input. Yeah. So this last for line 22 we get the last part of the game. We will talk say okay if they go for and you see man go for floor, sure you go chop on yes or no. So yes means say maybe something go happen, it will come out 2 of the crowns. So for here now the only place where we say the person if you don't lose 2 times, right? Or don't go the wrong places 2 times. So we want check if crown they less or equal to 0, for this place, because that's if you don't make 2 wrong mistake and they say if you don't they equal less than 0. So if now so make we print and now 0 you get because of course it don't do less than 0 and game over. Then if no be so, it means that the person don't win because it no dey less than 0. You understand? So you go print the amount of crown where the person gets. So now so the thing just take place. So if you do the small test, we'll check which we do. So everybody also try check, which I say we need to check all the road where you could pass, for the if else condition statement, like the flow control we talk about before. So we want try, every part. We'll first start with what will be your name? How old you be? If you put 12 years old, for example, we don't know what will happen. Say, reach to play this game. You understand? So if we say we start again and we'll see what's going to happen if we continue. We don't test all those ones before, so we'll test all those if else statement. What will be your name? We'll say tech pigeon. What's going to happen? We say they be 19 years old. We won't play, of course. Yes, we don't test all these ones before. Left or right, we don't say if you go. We use left hand. We don't say you go end the game for there. So we'll go right so that if we see the other parts within inside the game. For this right now, for example, greets or make a pass. Say we'll do greets first. Correct. If you continue, you don't reach farm. You see man go for floor. You go chop am. More put no because because we stand for floor. So you win with the game with 4 crown. It means say you get your 4 crown complete. So if you say more we can do something, maybe say maybe one of them, maybe you miss one of them. For example, you miss maybe the first. We'll say the first time greet the woman. So most of it can happen. We won't play yes. Right. Most say we pass the woman. Most of it can happen for you. You pass her, but she collect 2 crowns from you. you don't reach farm. So now wetin happen be say you don't pass the woman, she collect 2 crowns. Let me say like this now. Only 2 crowns remain. So you don't reach farm, you see mango for floor, you go chop am. Let's say no, because we want make it be say na two, we want win with two. So winner you win with the game with 2 crown. So that one and that one. Most see if wetin go happen if you put grit, then maybe you lose the game 2 times. Okay, because we don't do grit and no, we don't do pass, and no. So now we want do grit and yes, and grit and no. Most see wetin go still happen for that one too. So all this thing now you go check wetin go happen for the long run. How to be 19? You won't play, yes. So at least if you make this thing longer, maybe say, make the game go with a whole lot of lines of code. Maybe say different stories could happen with many points to even start with. So this one now we don't do. Let's say one pass. If you pass then we won't chop this thing. So you say now 0 crown you get now, you don't lose guard, game over. Because okay, we miss the 2, we pass the woman and also we go chop the fruit, so 0 crown. So another thing we want to say, we want pass the woman, but we won't come say no, say we no go chop this thing. Most of it go happen, we use that one to finish them up. So pass and yes, sorry, pass and no, now we won't do now. Name na TP. How to be 19? Won't play, yes. Right. Okay, what you want to do now? Say, won't use pass and no. You win the game with 2 crown winner. So now waiting with a small game we create with this, and I would like more will expand on this game, put more things, make them more interesting, put your own stories. At least we will do that one in like 1 week, because we go use and take practice. Whatever way you take get some issues, maybe you share them with the group. More we now if you take and sort them together. So now our first project we don't complete like this. So we will just do more do small assignment, do our own from beginning to end with our own stories, and make it get more stories inside, or more places where person feel lose the crown or the point. So now so it just be for the next class we go know how we go take move ahead, go the next part of our project. But for now, we'll use this one to do our own. We go to get 1 week, take they do practice. Don't forget say if you be like say the thing they add you, take some break, come back to them. That's so they take they do on small, and make sure say as they do one, they test them to make sure say before you write many things, you don't test the small ones where you don't write, before you begin they grow on top of. If you look at well now, the small things where we don't learn, now we just put together to just do this small game, and so if you tell computer to do things for us. So for this one now, we don't understand, say okay, computer fee follow person talk based on what we don't tell them. For here now, this place will be the console now, like the output. So for example now, if we put them online, for example, person go to the site, this same thing now the person go to see, and the person will feel interact with the game. And some people feel even play this game for so long. You understand? From this one now, we don't know, say, okay, yes, they are so computer they work. We don't program some things, and those things that people feel see. All right. We could expect more see our different projects. Then if you never get GitHub, we'll say maybe you set up GitHub so that once we finish the project, if you put the project on top there, make other people feel see as at least your first experience. All right. I think when I say when I turn off for these classes, and don't forget anything what you do for this Python, just know say Python no be snake, if you